Ryan Garcia is not exclusive to DAZN. I know Golden Boy is, but the reality is, it's an interesting and ironic change of events. They've spent 3 years trying to go around us to get to every fighter that we have. Now all of a sudden they figured out, hey, let's go to them. I don't think we need two platforms in this. I don't. I think there are plenty of other ways that are fair to resolve this.
You just said something interesting there. You said that Ryan Garcia isn't with DAZN contractually, or is it that's a Golden Boy thing?
Understanding, Golden Boy has a deal with DAZN. I don't think Ryan Garcia personally has a deal with DAZN. I don't, I'm not the expert on, on sort of that aspect of it, but it's not as if they signed Ryan Garcia to an exclusive contract. I mean, DAZN repeatedly said, "Hey, we're going to Deontay Wilder," and we went to, we went to the Charlos, we went to Danny Garcia, we went to Thurman, and to all these guys because they weren't signed exclusive to Showtime. So why would we need to go to Showtime? Well, I mean, shoes on the other foot now. Why would we need to go to DAZN, when DAZN isn't signed Ryan exclusively?
What's good, family? So you heard the clip there from Steven Espinoza, aka Steven the Weasel. Yeah, Steven Weaseloza. Yeah, so we just heard there from Steven Weaseloza. Even now, Joe Markowski, who's a top dog or one of the top dogs at DAZN.
Ryan Garcia.
Even now, Oscar De La Hoya. Because they're trying to make the fight between Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia now. This here is what the top dog at DAZN replied back to Espinoza. "We don't do our business publicly, never have. In this case, an exception. Steven Espinoza, respectfully, you are incorrect on this point. But, per my emails, we want to make a fair deal with you for this fight. Please call or email me back and let's discuss." Now, what fight are they talking about? That's where you see it here. Steven Espinoza says Ryan Garcia is not contractually obligated to DAZN, only Golden Boy. Could a fight with Gervonta Davis be next? So they're talking about Gervonta Davis, and you see it here. Yeah, please call me or email me back to discuss. We want to make a fair deal with you for this fight. So, listen, man, I'm down for this. The fact that we've got, well, actually, no. I was about to say I'm down for this, seeing Tank Davis fight Ryan Garcia, but what's that for? Yeah, I mean, it's better, don't get me wrong. Tank Davis versus Mr. TikTok. It's better than Tank Davis versus Bummy Bumero, but still, what are we doing there? Tank Davis, I feel, is above that Ryan Garcia level now. Ryan Garcia needs to fight who? I don't know who he need to fight, really. Kambosos, that kind of guy. Yeah, let's see Ryan Garcia versus Kambosos, or even better yet, let's see Ryan Garcia versus Tuikafimo Lopez. Yeah, Ryan Garcia is winning against bums, but still winning. Let's see him fight someone on who's taking a loss. Kambosos, Tuikafimo. That's what we need to do. Yeah, because the reason you could say YB, well, Tank Davis, he ain't smoking. He ain't beat no one either, just like Ryan hasn't. Yeah, but the difference is, Tank, he actually knocked them out. Yeah, do you know what I mean? If Ryan Garcia just had a fight against Tego, against Bumgo, and went life and death, 12 rounds. So he ain't really showing it like that. If Ryan Garcia was blowing all these bums' backs out, like Tank Davis, I'd say, yeah, let's put him straight in there. But he ain't doing that. And I get it, it's a big pay-per-view fight. And in all realism, yeah, in real life, from real life's point of view, this fight's more likely than any other fight. In as much as we ain't going to get Tank versus Devin. Because Tank don't want that one. I think Tank would actually probably take the Ryan Garcia one. So maybe this is the fight that needs to happen. Maybe I need to shut up about actual fights that push the envelope of boxing forward. Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia doesn't, for me, really push the envelope of boxing forward. Tank Davis versus Devin Haney, that's a proper, wow, we're going to see some proper, deep value skills. We're going to find out who's really a GOAT on this one. Ryan Garcia versus Tank, can you say we're going to find out who's a GOAT potentially? No, we're not. Yeah. I think Tank would have his number, to be honest, from what we've seen. If Ryan Garcia can't get Bumgo out of there, how are you going to get Tank out of there? Yeah? I just don't see that one. But like I said, unfortunately, Tank is mentally so weak. Whatever, I'm sorry, people, yeah? Tank himself admitted he needs to leave Floyd to make the big fights happen. A month later, 2 months, in fact, 6 weeks later, he ain't leaving Floyd. 6 weeks later, he fixing to fight some more bums or some more random dudes. Yeah? So he's admitted now he just don't want the fights, bottom line. He was all in the video. Yeah? Oh, I want Dev Haney. Dev Haney, win your fight. Dev Haney, you emo champion. And now he nowhere to be found. In true PBC style, he missing. And now they're trying to make a fight with Ryan Garcia and and Tank Davis. Now what I will say is, if this is true, now you got to bear in mind, people, Ryan Garcia has a fight against, I forgot the Javier Fortuna. Yeah, Javier Salmon and Tuna. Yeah, so Ryan Garcia is fighting Javier Salmon and Tuna this weekend. Why is that relevant? Well, we know, unfortunately, Ryan Garcia is renowned, not just him, but the PBC too. They're renowned for bringing big names to bring spotlight to their events. Yeah, David Benavidez has been doing that. When David Benavidez was about to fight David Lemieux, guess what? Oh, I want Plant. Oh, I want this guy. Oh, I want that guy. The fight happens 2 months ago. Nowhere to be found. We don't actually know where Benavidez has disappeared to. So I'm just gonna say this now. Let's see what happens a week from now. Because a week from now, Ryan Garcia will have fought, and then we'll see what he really wants to do. I feel this could be another publicity thing. Yeah. Per my emails, we want to make a fair deal with you for this fight. Yeah. Let's see about that when your fight's over. Because these guys, I mean, DAZN, yeah, people, we've got to remember, they're down bad. Yeah, DAZN is going through it. They're desperate. They need numbers right now. Need numbers. Canelo's falling off a cliff, no doubt. That's what happens when you lose. Look at AJ. AJ's numbers. Well, I'm not sure about his numbers, but either way, we know winners is more attractive, more number filling. So you got Canelo dropping off a cliff, no doubt. And now they're desperate. Oh, damn. They're doing anything now. If they have to shill a fight against Tank Davis, that's what they'll do. To get some numbers in for this fight. Because really, how many of you are planning on tuning in? Never mind. I mean, really, if you haven't got DAZN already, is anyone going to buy DAZN for this fight? No. Yeah? So they need to do this right now. I wouldn't be surprised if they start literally pumping out ads. Oh, pumping out them, they call them, wallpapers. Pumping out the advertisements. Tank versus Ryan Garcia. That's what they'll be doing. Yeah? Tank versus Ryan Garcia. Fall 2022. That's what's coming next from DAZN. They're desperate. Super duper desperate. So let's see what happens next week. But, I mean, to some extent, even if both fighters won it, I'm not liking how it's sounding between these two. And that's a big if. Yeah, assuming, that's a big assumption, assuming Ryan Garcia and this other clown, Tank Davis, want the actual fight. Which is a huge hurdle in itself. But even then, look at these two. You've got Joe Markowski and Espinoza. The relationship is really poor between them two. I mean, listen to it. It's Espinoza's fronting, oh, we don't need DAZN, we're going to cut DAZN out. I mean, DAZN are saying you can't cut us out, so is that the best place to start? I'm not so sure. So that's the problem with boxing today. Even when two fighters want to fight, which is very rare, isn't it? It's going to be rare to get Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia wanting to fight themselves. But even if that was the case, even if a miracle hits Earth and two fighters do want to actually fight, you got these two bickering now. You got Joe Markowski and Espinoza bickering, trying to get their balls out. Who's got bigger balls? Yeah. Oh, I'm at Showtime. Oh, I'm at DAZN. Oh, I'm tired, man. Honestly, that's why you won't never hear the YB criticising Dana White. You won't hear it. Dana White, what he's done, I don't care about fighter pay. They're getting paid more than we are. Oops. Yeah. I ain't trying to hear about fighter pay with people making 50 grand for 10 minutes work. And okay, you had 8-week camp, fine. Even call it a 12-week camp. I don't want to hear no crying about people making 50 grand for 3 months work. I ain't trying to hear that. That's good money. You're grateful as well. Oh, but what do they do after? Well, what do we all do after? Oops, yeah? I ain't trying to hear that. So I'm not trying to, but what do they do? Their career's short. You best get another job like everyone else. Since when? Just because, okay, so you start doing a sport. We'd all love to retire at 33. Yeah? But who wouldn't want to do that? But that's not anyone else's problem. That's not Dana White's problem. Get a job that everyone else has a job. Or set your future up somehow that everyone else has set their future up. We'd all love to rock up, do 5 years, and then cash out of a whole bunch of money. Oh, what would be? Dana White needs to pay his fighters more because what do they do when they're retired? Again, what do we all do at 33 when we ain't got no money? You best get a job with everyone else. That's what you best do. Yeah? And yeah, is Dana White greedy? He greedy. But the reason I back Dana White is the fact that he, number one, we get the fights. He controls it all. And we get the fights we want to see. 9 times out of 10, we get the fights. And to be honest, over time, 10 times out of 10. How many big fights, have we been heard about and not got them in a weight division? How many? How many times can you say, well, YB, we missed this one? There was 2 huge names in a particular division and we didn't get it. You don't hear about that one. I guess you could say Khabib versus Tony Ferguson, but it wasn't for the lack of trying. They put it on 4 or 5 times and it all fell through. So that doesn't even count because they put it on. But fighters, for whatever reason, couldn't fulfill it, the obligation. There hasn't been none. I salute Dana White. He's got a model that's not only puts the best fights on, but also it's sustainable. Look at the zone. Paying all these bum dudes. Mikey Garcia got paid like 5 mil for a complete bum fight, and then he got beaten it, and now he's retired. Not sustainable. Paying huge money to bum dudes who want to turn up and just roll over. That's not sustainable. Yeah, UFC, people go in there and they're desperate. Yeah, people are... Honestly, these fighters in UFC, they'll bite your ear off for a win bonus. That's how it should be as well, by the way. It's the fight business. And we want to see people desperate for a W. That's how you need to be in the fight game. In boxing, people turn up, go 12 rounds, and my name's Mr. Anthony Johnston. My name's AJ, and fans should be happy with that because I just went 12 rounds. The fuck? You're a big buff heavyweight. What do you mean 12 rounds? Go and knock the guy out. Yeah? I don't know what to say anymore, but yeah. Salute to Dana White. I wished boxing, and there was a time a few years ago Dana White was hinting he was getting into boxing. Honestly, I was like, wow, it's going to be a dream come true, but don't know what happened to that, and instead we got all these goobers. Yeah? All these goobers. It needs to be, monopoly is the only way combat sports work. We need a boxing monopoly who controls it all. Nowhere to hide, nowhere to run. That's what we need. This whole thing broken up business, it's just not working. It's just not. I'm sorry, it's not. Yeah? Because all the big fights, when in a UFC model, they have to happen. Otherwise you don't get paid. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why boxing can't be done that way. I guess the thing is, boxing's been decentralized for so many decades, or since time began really. It's been decentralized. So to get that centralized power back, I mean, I'm not even sure how you'd start. Where would you start? That's the thing. How does the UFC... I don't know, yeah, the UFC is a bit of a myth, to be honest. How they've managed to... Because you'd think competition would come in, but for some reason, no one can take that spotlight. Bellator... Yeah, innit? Bellator just don't have that. All the others have tried, but they just don't get that... I don't know, yeah, UFC's really captured lightning in a bottle, to be honest with you. Anyway, man, let's see how it plays out. Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis. It will be a step up for both men. Is it the fight we really want to see? No, but it'll do. We'll take it. Yeah? In this sport, fans will take us. We're ankle grabbers. We grab our ankles and we look back and we get popped. Yeah? 100%.